Here's my quick review on the Falken Wildpeak AT3W. I'll talk more about that spot on the tire shortly. All right, guys, I've been looking to do a review on the Falken Wildpeak AT3W for a while. This is my first time I've had this tire. It's been on a 2019 Ram 2500 Cummins. I've got about 13,000 miles now on these tires. I've rotated them twice. I've had them balanced once. I want to give you my thoughts and perspective on owning this. I've owned a lot of Duratracs. I've owned a lot of BF Goodrich, lots of BFG K02s. I've had Nitto trail grapplers, ridge grapplers, mud grapplers, Coopers. I've had a lot of the tires. This was my first time with the Falken Wildpeak AT3W, and I just kind of want to share my opinion on an HD truck. What do I think? Well, ride comfort on these things, it's actually, I think it's a pretty decent riding tire. If I look at the wear on these tires, if I look at the full profile across the tire, it's actually wearing really good. Look at the feathering. Now I got a brand new Thurin suspension on this thing, and I make sure everything's in spec. But the tire wear, curvature, I don't see any feathering. I don't see any checkering up, nothing weird. I've looked at the other tires as well. We'll go to the other front tire. Same thing. No feathering up, no cupping, everything looking good. Now, and if you notice the ridge on this tire, now I'm running a race line gauge wheel. I got really good coverage as far as, wear on the side. Now we go to the rears. I've been rotating, I think every 10,000 miles. You can see I'm not hitting this outer edge under normal driving. I'm running right now about 60 PSI front and rear. I'll pump these up a little bit more when we tow our trailer because I want max payload or max strength for the tire and less, tire roll and whatnot. But what I want to kind of show you guys, it's interesting, is a few things. Number one, how do they do in the rain and snow? Well, I've towed with this truck and I've got lots of other videos. I'll include links below if you want to see how it did. I've towed this truck through a lot of snowstorms, pulling inline enclosed trailers. And actually, I have to say, I think these tires performed as good, if not better, than my BFG K03s towing in the snow, rain, and winter. I really do believe that. Road noise, I'd say, especially new, I think they're quieter or as quiet as the K02. I do think once they get some more miles on them, though, I would put them a little bit louder than a K02. That's not a big deal. It's still not unreasonable. And I think they look sharp. And, when people talk about this triple peak rating, there really is something to that. And I can say, I think in the rain, snow, and ice, from my experience, this is a better performing tire than the BFG K02. I don't know how the new K03 will be. And I also don't know how the new AT4W, they made a new version, of course, right after this tire came out. I would have got that. They came out with the new tire. I don't know how it will compare to this tire in the rain, snow, and ice, but this I've been very impressed with towing and not towing. I never felt like this thing is not great. As an example, tires that I've not been impressed with is the Open Country, the Toyo Open Country, the ATs. I think those things are super skatey in ice and snow. What's interesting is I've had a lot of the BFG K02s on the Raptors, and I think the Raptors, to be fair, I don't think they do that great. I can spin all four tires in like rainy conditions. So I got my tire gauge now, and I want to show you guys something. So this is actually a new tire. This tire has about 1,000 miles on it now. When I measured this thing, and right when the new tires were on, I had about approximately 19 out of 30 seconds of tire tread depth. I've got my little tire tread depth gauge here. We're going to actually see, we're going to check this right now and see where we're at right at the moment. Let's see. So if I look right there, not sure if you can see, but it's right at about 30 seconds. So I put, like I said, about 1,000 miles in these tires. It's burned about 1/32, which that's a little, it's not a ton. Now I want to compare that to the other tire. So that tire's got 1,000 miles on it. This is the original tire with 13,000 miles on it now. Now let's see where this tire's at. So I'm going to put this thing right at about 30 seconds. So there's about 3 30-seconds removed from these tires when they're brand new. They're 19 30-seconds brand new. This is at 16 30-seconds. Let's check these front tires now and see where they're at. Man, I'm gonna say, looking at it, it's between 15 and 16 30-seconds. Let's check the other side now. Darn similar. So we got about 3 to 4 30-seconds of wear and about 13,000 miles on a truck that's what, 7,000, 7,500 pounds. Of that 13,000 miles, I think I have about 2,000 miles towing an inline trailer highway, and probably another 2,500 miles towing a 8,000 pound travel trailer in a summer. Heavier, higher temperatures. I don't think that's actually too bad. At the current rate, I think you could easily get 50, 60,000 miles out of these tires. I think that's pretty good. And if the traction stays where it's at, I think it's a good buy as well. Now, a buddy of mine told me that this is a multi-durometer tire. And because it's a multi-durometer tire, the first part wears more, but then the tire just kind of gets like more in like, it wears less. So there's a chance that you could actually get more miles out of these tires. We'll see. I probably won't have this truck a whole lot longer anyhow, to know, because my new truck is coming in. But I have to say, I've been super impressed by this tire. I would recommend this. I would buy it again for sure. With that being said, I'm going to add a caveat. This is a new tire because my one rear tire had a chunk removed out of the tread right here. And actually, I did my 50,000 mile review on this truck, and I noticed when I was doing the review, I'm like, holy crap, there's a chunk taken out of the tire. No other spot on the tread was damaged. I initially thought I had to have damaged this tire somehow. I don't know how. I don't really off-road with this truck. It's never really two-tracked. What could have damaged it? I'm not sure. Regardless, Discount Tire warrantied it. I got a new tire in this corner. Get a warranty. I highly recommend that on tires, because that would have been a $500 tire, and I think it cost me like 40 bucks or something. But I don't know if I'm going to say there was a delamination issue or some issue of what caused the failure. I can't say. Discount thinks something in the road must have like just pulled a perfect scoop out. I couldn't see any damage where like something kind of came in and ripped the chunk out, and there was no other damage on the tire. Whatever, that's the caveat. I don't know if it was a damage in tire, but I've never had another tire do that before, so something to think about. But regardless, I would definitely still give these tires a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And the only reason I don't give it a perfect 5 out of 5 stars is I still question that chunk removed. I've never had that happen in literally 24 tires on pickup trucks before. And secondly, I do think the noise on this is a little louder now than what I would have liked. It's definitely not Duratrac loud, because the Duratracs are a tire to me that I think is just terrible. A lot of vibration. This tire doesn't give me vibration. The road noise, the ride quality is good. The road noise a little higher than what I'd like to expect, but it's not terrible. So anyhow, if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.